The women's, that's coming across at probably just after 4 p.m, about an hour from now. It's going to be England and Austria. So Austria there guaranteed a medal here in the home show, and a non-UK team on the European pedestal. Fantastic stuff to see. It's all got a bit much for some of the Northern Irish players over there, kipping underneath the Welsh Dragon flag. Back here on centre court, you're seeing the Austrians there being announced to the home crowd. They've got their extra players, their teammates down the touchline, ready to make as much noise as I'm sure humanly possible. Looking forward to seeing what performance they can bring here in the mixed third, fourth place playoff. Looking there at the Swiss with their mullets, staring down. Plenty of, you see just how full this place is. We've got teams, we've got parents, all manner of folk coming in to have a look at the dodgeball. The Austrians there forming up for their final huddle. Captain number 7 there, Koch. On the outside, you can see just in the background, the top left, Max Golder, over the commentator. He's there watching over his team, leaving me up here to watch over you guys. Over on the other side of the court, we have the Scottish team still in their huddle, as well as the subs. You see Hayley Whitewell there, just did a fantastic job over in the 7th, 8th playoff there, getting the flags out, and the Scottish team forming up on the right hand side. We've already seen the team rosters for this, but it's an almost entirely unchanged lineup for the mix from both sides. Quick start from Austria with that fast run, fast counter, and that's a strike on number 22 for Scotland, Christy Abbott. A second quick one from Austria sees Charlotte Lynch from Scotland out. Scotland managed to stick one of their own in as they take one of the guys there from the middle. 2 balls then from Austria across, straight through free space into the net near Philip Ford and Smith, as they coordinate those throws nicely, nice and low, nice and quick towards the Austrian number 5 there. Good shot from Koch, and the I didn't catch the name, but the number 13 over on the near side of the court from Austria. 2 balls then from Scotland, bit of quick footwork there from the Austrians just to avoid that very, very low ball. 2 balls from Austria, taking out Elspeth McKellar. We've seen her making some important catches over the course of her campaign, both in the mixed and the women's game. And you hear that pounding snare drum of the Austrians as they're chanting, pulling their team along. Phil Ford from Scotland knows he's been hit. Hand up and he takes a step out. These 2 guys now left for Scotland, trained together in England, in the UK at university. And that's almost fumbled, but a nice catch there from Mike Smith, sending out the number 14 Austrian player. That then brings in number 22 for Scotland, Christy Abbott, and comes close to levelling the playing field here. We have 3 players on the Scotland side, 4 over on the Austrian. 2 balls straight down the middle at Christy Abbott, tries to go for the first, isn't able to reach it, and that second on the shins just to guarantee the hit. A big jump then from the little guy, Mr. Townsend. Unfortunately, he's not quite big enough. Legs akimbo still, manages to just get clipped in the air, leaving once again number 92 for Scotland, Aiken Smith, throwing ranging shots. Nice catch there, bringing in Charlotte Lynch for Scotland, and they're going to be looking for another catch here. And there it is, fantastic work from Charlotte Lynch, bringing in the third. That's Elspeth McKellar, and then there's a hit on the other side, leaving just 1 Austrian girl left in the first game of this mixed 3rd, 4th place playoff. The Austrians are getting into it again, but that ball goes through. It's almost a catch, but it's touched the ground. Unfortunately for number 10, this first game is over, but maybe that's okay. They need a little time to regroup. They can get their heads back in the game. As these teams now forming up for the second frame in the 3rd place playoff in the mixed finals. You see there the Austrian snare drum He's getting that crowd whipped up, and you also see just the 4 legs of the Austrian mascot just behind. A quick start from both teams, but it's Austria who gain control of all the balls eventually. They've released one, but they need to get rid of one of these very, very soon indeed. They're saying no hit. Again, because Austria is involved in this game, our head referee is going to be David Poole of Wales. There's a good shot here. Time's been stopped for a second while we come to a decision. I think they're thinking someone may have been hit, may not have been hit. Matters not, we carry on again. 2 balls from Scotland, straight down the middle in free space. Only one released, Phil Ford holding that ball there for defensive purposes. A soft pre-throw really from Michael Smith. He's not putting a lot of effort into those. He's wanting to make sure his hands are ready for the catch. He's just using it as a distraction primarily. Fast counter down the line. Strong ball, but a well dodged from the Austrian 77. A slight change in line-up here. The players remain very, very similar, but the positions have changed slightly. As head ref for this match, Dave Poole orders the direction of the ball coming in. 2 girls dodging together there. Charlotte Lynch unfortunately getting caught as she ends up dodging into teammate Christy Abbott. But 3 balls then released from Scotland on that stagger. 3rd ball just on target to hit number 77 of Austria. Slightly wild balls. We didn't see a hit, but the number 14 from Austria thinks he did. Some low balls coming in, the Austrians just skipping over those. Slightly more tentative dodging over on the Scotland side, a little bit more movement, looking a little less sure of their position. The Austrians looking a little more confident as they move about the court. There's Koch and ball, just the one. And Michael Smith misses there, but a wonderful catch at short range. Very, very nice indeed. Really proving his mettle on his first run out with the Highlanders here. A block from Michael Smith. And a quick clip there. Doesn't quite hit number 5 there, Huber. Managing to avoid that hit. Lovely, lovely shot there from the Austrian number 14, just clipping the Scottish Smith. And the second ball coming in doesn't appear to have hit number 14 there on the Austrian side. Scotland still then, 5 players on the court. Austria with only 3. I speak too soon. Austria 2 players, Scotland with 4. Charlotte Lynch just being clipped once more. Dodge isn't quite far enough, and the Austrian number 14 just takes a hit there. 2 balls from the Austrians at Christy Abbott, who's on the fairly near side as you're looking across. Throw is released, and the Scottish people are back in time, well in advance of the Austrian counter-attack. 2 balls now. Ford and Abbott. He goes for the catch. Nope. Number 10, unfortunately, is just a little bit too far. The Scottish player is really making a reach for that ball. Referee's calling time. That's the 2nd game to Scotland. Looking good for their campaign in the mixed tournament for a bronze medal. There's some good tight throwing there from the Austrians. In these replays, there was that catch, that wonderful catch at half court. Shame not to see the release from Koch, but it was very, very close indeed. Smith did a fantastic job of just holding that one in. Quick discussion, the Austrians haven't lost faith entirely just yet. It seems that I am being joined once more by Liam McMahon of the Northern Ireland Knights. Lovely to have you back in here as we're watching over the mixed 3rd, 4th place playoff.
Lovely to be here.
At the minute we've got Scotland leading with 2 games to 0. Austria not looking quite as strong as they have been doing in the women's game and the men's game.
Yeah, they've put in fantastic performances in both of those.
somehow this one, they just don't seem to be gelling quite right. The Scottish team working much better as a unit here.
I think Scotland's experience is really showing through here. Austrians, I mean, their game is so raw. Whilst the basic skills are there, they've got the speed and the power. It's a slight lack of cohesion letting them down occasionally, isn't it? And I think Scotland's taking advantage of that.
I think that's what we're looking at here, yes.
A bit of a stand-up here.
A little bit. Neither team really has to get the ball, but it is on the Scotland side. Phil Ford, lucky to get that hit.
Yeah, he's gambled there and he's played off. Fair play to him, but shouldn't be making those sorts of errors, the Austrian lady. No. This is going to be a 2-ball release from Scotland. Straight down the middle, either side of number 12 there, Schuster. And 2 balls again from the Austrian side. Yeah. Where do you stand on the tactics of this, Jay? Do you think it's always worth a free-throw if you think they're going to release 2 balls because you'll retain possession anyway with these nets?
With the nets make a massive difference, don't they? Every volley is essentially a 1-for-1, whereas previously we had the walls, you could have a single aggressive team dominating the game, just laying into the opposition.
Yeah, we could. What do you prefer, do you think?
To be honest, I preferred the old wall method. It added an extra depth, an extra skill set to the players in the game that were able to retain the balls. The trapping skill set, of which I'm a firm advocate.
Yeah, I understand.
What we're looking at here, Austria have turned this around a little bit. They've taken out 2 more of the Scottish players, leaving just the 3 women on court against 5 Austrian.
From the experienced players I've spoken to, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts, Jake. Where do you stand on this? It seems that the 2 main tactics in this sport seem to be either get the guys out first, leave the women in, or get the women out first, leave the guys in.
I suppose it really depends on how you have the women and men split in your own team.
Usually 50-50, that's
funny.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
I mean, in some cases, if you're looking at the Wales mixed team, they've got Amy Jones on the side using her primarily as a thrower.
Yep.
In the Swiss side, the women are totally capable of throwing, but they tend to be being used more as backstops and catching.
Yeah.
In the Scotland team, it's almost a 50-50 split of how they're being deployed.
Yeah.
So in the case of Scotland, they may even see women on the other team in the same sense. So maybe a little less, not discrimination, but they're going to be taking out the people that seem to be the biggest threats.
Yeah.
In the case of the Austrian team, that's the strong wing players. And that's enough. That's the end of time. It's been nice knowing you all. It's the end of the time in this game.
Fantastic celebrations from Austria, aren't they?
The shotguns. So into. Oh, have you seen they're doing the shotgun thing? The Swedes started off down here in this corner. You'll see with every hit, they stand up and do a 3-gun salute.
Excellent.
Very, very into it, those guys.
Excellent. As they should be.
Yeah.
Travelled a long way, haven't they?
Certainly have.
The Austrians have.
The Austrians, the Slovenians, not so much. The Czech, not so much. They just pop down the road.
Yeah.
1 player, please do that upstairs at the shop.
2-1. Best of 7 this?
Best of 7.
Best of
Everything
7.
is today.
Excellent.
There's that snare drum once more from the Austrian Scotland crowd. Just as they kick this one off, a little update, possibly over on the Northern Ireland women's game. It looks like Northern Ireland have taken it.
I should be impartial as a commentator, but I'm not. I'm glad Northern Ireland have won that.
Yes, I see Northern Ireland also won the men's side of this.
Yeah.
So both Northern Irish teams taking 5th in their respective tournaments.
Yeah. And
the Republic of Ireland taking 6th.
Shame we haven't got feed on this. The Northern Ireland women have removed their tops.
They have, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it's really good to see what the tops look like when they're not around a person. You know,
yeah,
nice to
it's interesting to see the inside out.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you stand? Double-sided kits, do you think?
Double-sided kits would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Very well played to all of them.
I thought we might be in for a sort of a shirt swap at the end of a football match there, but no, everyone's retained their own jerseys.
Well, I suppose they paid good money to own them.
Well, exactly. Good shot from the Austrian, and
very,
he's just
very
avoided the line as well.
I've seen a lot of him using the whole court.
Yeah.
And nothing but
fantastic power in their throws.
Yeah, just catching that.
Lovely technique.
Young Ollie Haig out there. Catching off guard there, you see the 77, Gleniger. swift moving there from Elsa, picking up that ball at the top of the court. Scotland do not want possession, they want to force the Austrian throws, but I'm not sure if they want to force them from these two strong wingers.
There's no way of avoiding that, is there, really? I mean,
absolutely not.
Do you think the Austrians will be gunning for it here, or do you think they're going to try and play defensively, avoid? Oh, no, they went straight for Christie there.
They're going all out. I don't think they have any other move.
Turned it up to 11.
That's it, and they've taken the knob off.
Oh. That's a shame for Elspeth.
Yeah. She's been making catches like that all weekend. Unfortunately, that one just a little too quick for them.
One too many. She's gifted 3 balls there. It's a bad error.
Oh, just scalping Charlotte Lynch there.
Let's apologise. Good to see that sportsmanship there. And most of the team going over to check she's alright. It's nice to see.
That girl's had more than her fair share of headshots. I'm sure she's fine.
Austria 2, Scotland 2.
You see in that highlight there, Ollie Haig looking for a big run up, but just knocked out as he's making his move.
He's making his move indeed.
That's 2-2 then, 2 Austria, 2 Scotland. That's how 2-2 works when these are the teams that are playing.
Absolutely.
They're about to rack up these balls to try and confuse my analogies and terminologies. About to rack up and tee off.
Mix the metaphors.
For another fantastic game.
All of the metaphors mixed. Oh, we're on screen there a second, Jakey.
I just love the
The keener observers of you will notice I've changed kit since last. I've finished.
Yeah, I'm
for
looking
the
to pick one of these t-shirts up in a minute as well.
Yeah, some free advertising there.
For the event.
The event for the view you have to pay for now.
I think, well, this is still the semi-final stage. I think it's just the
free.
finals that we're moving to.
Excellent. A pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, man. Whoever thought it? Dodgeball, pay-per-view. Oof. I mean, when I thought about it the first time, I thought it'd be a completely different set of flesh. Something happened somewhere. Oh, I think they're doing the speed gun out just behind us. You can hear dodgeballs being launched in our vicinity.
Oh, yes.
These teams just finish up their 30-second timeout.
I'd be very interested if there was a proper speed gun competition to see how some of the Austrian lads would fare, because they're putting down some real power.
Yeah. They've got the Northern Irish mixed and the Italian mixed in what I believe is going to be the if that's on court 1, it's going to be the 5th and 6th playoff over on court 1.
Excellent.
Court 2, we're going to have the very same, the mixed for 7th and 8th. That's between Switzerland and France. So,
excellent representation from Sweden. Just thinking then, it's just fantastic.
Just the Swedes.
Just the Swedes. Oh, almost fantastic catch from the French lady in the mixed team. It's a shame.
She's been doing some stunning work. We almost wrote them off yesterday.
Yeah.
She was last one in out of nowhere.
She's pulled it back every time. Anyway, we're going again with Austria, Scotland.
We are indeed. Back down here. Phil Ford taking control of the defensive side of Scotland there on that near side. Red headband, surely attracting the attention of the red-kitted Austrians. Any edge he can get, he'll take.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoping to be difficult to distinguish his friend or foe. We're just waiting for those balls to come back in over the net. That's the volleyball stylings. Well, I think, is that Kelvin Lee?
Yes, perhaps. No, it might have been Shun Wong actually. That's.
I couldn't see his shirt number.
Oh, it's poor from Phil Ford.
Oh, not very good at
need
all.
to go for it. It's gambled on a ball cross court. It's a risky shot from the Austrian number 24 Bosch anyway, but
it is a very, very long way to throw, even for a power tool.
Is that offensive?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
It wasn't until you said that. Again, we've got Townsend down there.
Yeah.
Stretching for that last one. And then we still have 3 players on the Scotland team, on the Scotland side. 4 over on the Austrian, but they've retained on the Austrian side their strong throwers from the two flanks.
Austria's tactics, I mean, it's working for them. It's entirely apparent every time. It's get the guys out,
yeah,
use their 2 wingers, strong throwers, and that's it. I mean, and
Scotland would do well to try and pick off
Lather
the girls in the
into
middle while they're not paying so much attention.
So it's Christie left in. I mean, she's capable of a catch.
Definitely capable, but she really needs to distract one of them. That's the sort of play she needs, but they were not very valid throws.
Question the validity of those attempts.
David Poole, harsh.
She's
They've
not
had their
happy.
warnings.
Christie's not happy about it.
Dave Poole there, stickler for the rules.
Yeah,
They've had their warnings.
They obviously didn't give 110%, so that displeased David Poole.
The tank was empty, and then emptied a little bit more. That's exactly what she was
Capable of a
after.
catch.
Bosh,
Exactly.
not bringing the power that time.
Fantastic
A
technique
throw
as well.
cross
Body
court.
straight behind it. Perfect.
And that's
Lovely
brought
to
in
see.
Aiken Smith. That could be a bit of a game changer for Scotland. No, the whistle. Dave Poole stepping onto the court. He's putting up 5 fingers. That looks like a 5-second violation.
5-second count. It can't be.
I think it is.
Is that the first of the weekend?
I think there's been one other.
One other. And it's all from David Poole.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
a
every
big call
chance.
to make.
We'll have to wait until the score updates downstairs, but it could be that that's going as a Scottish victory if there's a 5-second violation on those remaining 2 Austrian players.
So how would that be if it was 2? Would they both be out, or would one be out?
Depends how many were holding balls.
Scotland takes the lead again. Scotland's
As many as were holding
It's
balls.
a grey area, isn't it?
Very grey area.
It's a shame. Some clarification would be, I think, beneficial for all parties.
It happens so infrequently.
Yeah.
Well, we said that this year in the United Kingdom, the DPL, we had many 5-second violations.
Yeah.
Mostly from the Meteors. Just taking their time, hanging
Now,
on.
Jake, don't be bitter. For perhaps our one-off viewers, it should be noted that Jake's team, the Dirty Ducks, were beaten to the DPL title in the UK by Meteors, and
By our own.
I don't know if Jake's over it yet. I think he's
It's just a massive hurdle for me.
yeah.
Obviously, I've got a very delicate ego.
Yeah.
There you see again that catch from Christy Abbott in slow motion.
Yep.
Real game changer at that stage, bringing in Aiken Smith.
Yeah.
I think in the ensuing chaos, the Austrians may have been fallen victim to the 5-second violation. Yes, we see the scores updated.
Okay.
3-2 to Scotland.
I haven't seen Aiken play much today, but Mr. Smith was fantastic yesterday.
Yeah. I've only seen him playing on centre court a little bit today. Really, really comfortable on court, that guy.
He must be knocking on the door of the men's team.
I expect so. We'll have to see how that one goes in time for the home nations in the UK next
You never know. If he forms solidly, he might be drafted in last minute for the final.
Not sure what's happening here.
I think
Just
there
take a little bit
was
of
a
time.
pretty big shot on Charlotte there.
Yes. The Austrian drummers back out in force. Oh, very unfortunate catch just off the chest there.
It's good throwing from Scotland there. I mean, there was a high and a low.
Yes.
She went for the high. She would have had it were it not for the low one hitting her foot and
That
distracting her, I
distraction.
think. It's excellent throwing.
I think that's exactly the tactic they've gone for here.
Philip retaining the ball at the front of the court.
Classic Phil, but throwing a pretty high one.
Yeah, he's got away with that.
Past his man, but
Yeah, it's
in
got
the
away with
direction of the Swiss girls, the Austrian girls at the back.
But then there seem to be two main schools of thought with the pre-throw. Whether it's actually aiming to hit the player or simply just as a distraction. But that was neither. That was just throwing the ball away.
I'd like to say that I'm more of an advocate of the distraction throw. I find them interesting and fun, but it also means that because that's the ones that I do, they're the ones that sail into the hands of other players.
Yes. I like to think I can occasionally do the ones that hit people, but more often than not they are. They only distract me.
Scotland there taking the time that they're allowed.
And more.
To decide what they're doing with those 3 balls. Unfortunately, Austria ready for them. Let them sail to the back of that net.
Scotland looking to get a catch here. Free throw. Every time.
Okay, so we have
fantastic free
2
throw. I mean, he
hits.
had no chance of that.
Not
But
at all.
he's put the throw down. I mean, a player of his quality will be disappointed with that, I imagine. He's made those
So he
catches
had no
all
reason
weekend.
to go for those catch. He could have left that one quite happily to bounce.
He's got away with it again. Philip Ford.
Again. Then number 5 at the back, Huber not quite paying full attention to her fillies and positioning herself in line with his throw. A bit more movement from the Austrians. Could see Phil really being caught out for that.
Well done. See, I don't quite know what Phil's aiming for here, because he's blocked the past few that have been catchable and hasn't gone for any counter attack.
He could be waiting for his moment, written in the stars, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a very soft free throw. Right, Phil. Yeah, it's not come off for him. Those two balls there connecting.
Can she
Christy
do it
Abbott,
again?
but she has just hit Koch.
3-0.
But it was Koch the ball that hit Christy Abbott.
Is
I
this
think
going to
it
be?
matters not. It's 3-3.
Wow.
We're going to go into the final game.
And I didn't get to use my cock and ball joke.
I've already
Cock and ball story. That's all right. I figured you would have, Jake.
We will see a final set in the bronze medal match.
So that there is a couple of quick replays as the Austrian hosts there announcing with the PA exactly what's going on here. I'm not sure why they're celebrating quite so much unless they're just trying to whip up the crowd because
They are driving into a frenzy.
still one game to play. We have the hosts, Austria for 3, Scotland 3 in the mixed third place playoff.
Where do you see this going? Final game, Jake. What's your prediction?
So just one moment. Really, I'm
Great
not sure.
catch from Ollie Haig. Absolutely fantastic catch.
If he can keep himself in the game, Ollie Haig, him and Smith, I think together are going to be the driving force.
Well, that's what it comes down
to.
to. I mean, the way that Austria have beaten them is by eliminating the men. Oh, fantastic! from
Elspeth does
Elspeth.
it.
Fantastic.
A bit of tossing it around, but she manages to keep that
Technique
one in
let
the
her
end.
down, but she managed to recover. Austria with 3 balls now, though. Electing to roll. Quite early on.
Yes. I think they're desperate to avoid another minute overtime, but Ollie Haig.
Poor from Ollie.
bit
Caught in 2
ambitious.
minds. Didn't know whether to block. Didn't know whether to try and catch it. The Romanian linesman has called out. Yeah, he's called him out. Line fault. So it's 3 Austrian women left against the 5 Scotland Highlanders.
Big call there from Rubens, the Romanian referee, line judge. That one's bounced
Great
very
shot.
far away indeed.
Great shot, Mr.
Fantastic
Smith.
power.
Can he do it again? The number 92.
Firing it low this time.
Bit of variation in the game. It's nice to see.
Stands filling up a bit more, people standing up, people getting nice and invested in this. Well, of course, this being the first proper and official mixed tournament.
E-official? U-official.
I heard it was the official tournament.
You and I official.
The first mixed tournament at the European Championships, with medals and trophies and everything.
Really?
And it's gone pretty well.
Excellent.
Very, very well indeed.
Yeah.
Especially with the.
So now in this situation, what would you do? There's the 2 of you in. They're clearly not coming for you. Do you think if you wait long enough, one will come for you, or do you think you've got to make the play happen? You've got to step up to it.
I think you've got to put yourself in a better position. They're
Yeah.
standing very far apart.
Yeah. Right at the back as well.
Yeah. I'd be up on that first white line,
Yeah, certainly.
a bit closer to the teammate. Now, of course, it's just the one, and that's it.
Fantastic from Scotland.
Thrilled with that response.
All of them. Every single one of them.
Almost every single one of them.
No, some of them. Some Scottish people. What a shame for the Austrians, though.
Yeah, they've had a
Fantastic play from them all day.
Great campaign, all the way through the mix.
Fantastic to see.
Excellent work from them too.
Applauding the crowd. Wonderful to
Scots
see there.
very, very pleased with themselves.
Yeah.
Managing to get themselves on the podium.
Yeah, Christie on screen there looking delighted. After clutching that
Yeah.
6th game for them.
Really started the turnaround there.
Yeah, it did. Scots obviously absolutely elated with their victory, and as they should be. As they should be. They've had some disappointments in the women's tournaments the past year or so.
They have,
So
yes.
it's wonderful for them to.
They're still very, very chuffed indeed.
It's wonderful that they've achieved something here. Fair play to them.
Yeah, very, very well done. Scotland girls and boys there in the mixed tournament are going to be coming home with something shiny.
Absolutely.
See that scoreline there on the screen. Austria 3, Scotland 4. Very well fought from both teams. At many points could have gone either way. We were saying the Austrians looked very dominant. So just before we move to the final broadcast for the finals, we're going to have a quick interview with Philip Ford there of Scotland Highlanders.
Phil, in your own words, How would you describe the match against Austria?
Hard. It was very hard, but it was good fun. It was a good game. They're good opponents. It was tricky to play against them sometimes, but it was a really good game. But ecstatic for winning.
So, what were the key points to win this game?
Countering. Countering was a big thing. We picked up in a semi-final with Wales that they were quite slow getting back, so we had to try and pinpoint on that and just take out the guys really, because the women are good catchers. So, yeah.
And how does it feel to take the 3rd place in the European Championship?
Absolutely ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic. It's amazing. It's such a good feeling as well. First ever international mixed group. It's awesome.
So is there something that you want to say to your family, friends, or all the Dutch ball fans?
Stein. That's what I'm going with. Stein.
Okay, Phil. Thanks for the interview and congratulations on the 3rd place.